on 4, which says at the top that we're creating a class number scroll. A scroll is like a really, 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 really long piece of paper that you would roll up. And we might actually work on that, not today though, because we're going to just work on mainly looking at the number grid today and finding patterns in the number grid. But maybe tomorrow, if you're interested in working on a class number scroll, what we've done in the past when we could work together as partners or as small groups, we've each taken a piece of paper that has some of the number grid numbers on it, and we make a number grid that goes from 0 all the way to 1,000. And it's a huge, long number grid. And then we get to hang it on the wall, and it's really cool to see how long it gets. And we work together to do it. And you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I can't write all the numbers to 1,000. But after today's lesson, and we start looking at all the different kinds of patterns that there are in the number grid, I bet you're going to realize that it's a lot easier to do that than you may think right now that it is. So I'm going to click over to our bell ringer first. Here we go. Ding, 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 ding. Bell ringer. Time to get our brains thinking about math. I should get a little bell. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Let me see if I can start our Zoom yet. Nope, not yet. All right, I'll try again in another second. Okay. So, to get our brains thinking about what we need to do today, we're doing some pattern counting again. This time we're going to start at 20 and count up by 2s. And since it's just my friends in the classroom today, you get the lucky job of me picking your name on a stick. So here we go. I'm going to pick this person, Derek. You're going to start at 20, and you're going to count by 2s. When we count by 2s, we count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, okay? So I'm going to help you. You're going to start at 20, and then you're going to go 2 more. Okay? 24, 26. Here, let's start it together. Ready? 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 40, 40, 48, 50. Okay, good trying, Derek. Nice work. Okay, now I stopped at 50. Let's see if this person can start at 50 and keep going by 10s. Now I challenge you, person. If I don't stop you at 100, see if you can keep going. In my challenge. Oh, Kaden. Oh. You are my challenger. Okay, Kaden, you're starting at 50. You're going to count by 10s. Ready? Yeah. 10. Start at 50 and go 10 more.
50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
Keep going.
101,
110. Then it would be 200. Nice job, Kaden. Good work. Okay, click in my screen here. Oh, was that it? Oh, I guess that's it for our pattern counting. I thought there was more pattern counting today, but that's okay. Okay, checking on my Zoom friends. Still can't get Zoom to open up. I apologize, all my friends at home. I cannot let you in right now. As soon as I can, I will let you in. You're not going to get this message until later anyways, but we are thinking about you. We need our dry erase boards today, friends. Friends at home, you will need to make sure you take a picture of this with your dry erase board. Now, if you are numbers 1, 3, 5, or 7 in the classroom, you may go get your dry erase board out of your cubby. 1, 3, 5, or 7. I called the odd numbers first today. 1, 3, 5, and 7. There are more odd numbers, but those are the ones we have right here in the classroom today. Your dry erase board should be in your cubby. Not your foundations pocket. Your regular dry erase board that we used yesterday should be in your cubby. Because that's where it should have gone. It shouldn't go in your locker or anywhere else. It should not be in your desk. It should be in your cubby. Is your binder on top of it? Okay, no, it shouldn't be in there. There you go. We have a separate one that's in there. This one is different, okay? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If you have a dry erase board, you can get it out. Hi, Mrs. R, what can I do for you?
Can I take Derek? Is
He is here today, sure. He may take
here
care.
today? I mean, is this not a good
Well,
time?
we're doing our math lesson. I kind of would like him to stay so he can see the number grid patterns. Okay. Yep, Derek, you're going to stay with me after all, buddy. Stay with me. We're going to practice number grid patterns. She'll come back for you in a little bit, okay? Okay. So, on your dry erase board, you have your marker ready to go. Remind me, friends, when we're done, I want to write your name on your marker so we remember who's the who's. You were given a dry erase marker yesterday. It should be in your supply bag. Get it out with your eraser. You should have it right there ready to go. Okay. On your dry erase board, you have a dry erase marker that should be in your supply bag. Get it out. Let's get it going, Logan. On your dry erase board, you are going to write the next 3 numbers. We have, let me use my mouse here, 36, 38, 40. What would come next? What are the 3 numbers that would come next? So right now on your dry erase board, you don't have to raise your hand. Right now on your dry erase board, I want you to write the next 3 numbers. We have 36, 38, 40. What are the 3 numbers that would come next? 36, 38, 40. What are the 3 numbers that would come next? After you write it, hold it up in the air. We have the numbers 36, 38, 40. Write the 3 numbers that would come next. Lay it down, erase it. Come on, Logan. That's not a dry erase marker. You see your supply bag, please. Look in your desk, make sure it's not in your desk. Here, right here. Boom. There we go. Okay. Here's your supply bag. The first 3 numbers are 36, 38, 40. Hold it up in the air. Thank you, Gwen. You can put it down and erase it when you're done. Derek, if you're done, hold it up in the air so I can see it. Thank you, Derek. You may put it down and erase it when you're done. I'm checking my friends here at home, see if I can get us into Zoom yet. Not yet. 36, 38, 40. Let's see if, oh, that person's not here today. Let's see if Angelina, what do you think would come next? Go ahead, you can erase it, Katie.
42, 43.
Ah, that would be good if we were counting by ones, but let's look here. We have 6, and then 8, and then 0. So if we look at the numbers in the ones place, they're not even going in order. We're actually counting by 2s. Thank you, Logan, you may erase. We're counting by 2s, so.
42.
Oh, I can use the pen right now. Woo, I'm so excited. Right, 42.
42. 44.
44.
46.
And 46. Nice job. Okay, now, next 3 numbers. Keep in mind, keep your brain thinking, we were counting by 2s. We have 102, 104, 106. What would be the 3 numbers that would come after that? We have 102, 104, 106. Write the next 3 numbers on your dry erase board. Hold it up in the air. Logan, what should you be doing with your dry erase board? Write the next 3 numbers on your dry erase board. Hold it up in the air. 102, 104, 106. Calling on my Zoom friends here, see if they can come in yet. Not yet. Soon, I hope. 102, 104, 106. Thank you, Alina. Alina, uphold your stick. Let's see what would come next. All right, Alina, 102, 104, 106.
108.
We would have 108. Oops, that's right. I can write with the pen. Okay, what would come next?
110.
110. 112. Very good. Last one, counting by two still. 234, 236, 238. Who thinks they know what number is going to come next? 234, 236, 238. What do you think, Gwen?
230.
Right, but we don't have a number called 3010. What number would be 10 more than 30 then? You got the right idea for the pattern, but what number is 10 more than 30? 40. So instead of saying 23010, we say 240. Very good, Gwen. Nice thinking. All right, 234, 236, 238, 240. What do you think would come next if we're counting by twos? Who wants to give it a try? Logan?
246.
Not 246. 242. Very good. 242. And then, let's see, we have 234, 236, 338, 240, 242. What would be the last number that we would write? Angelina? 244. Good job. I know that was a tough one. Nice work. Fantastic. All right. Put your dry erase boards off to the side.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Let me click on our next screen. We have already talked about rules for working in small groups. We kind of talked about it the other day when we were talking about working for partners. Just going to go over it real quick because these rules apply no matter if we're working together as a group or if we're working together as one big group or a small group or a partner. We always need to make sure we're using quiet voices. If it's not our turn to talk, we're listening. Now, this says we're going to share materials. Obviously, this year we're not going to share materials. But if we were working together with partners or small groups, we would share things. We would help each other. We can still help each other, even if we're not sharing things or working together as a partner group or a small group. Always, always, always be polite. And always, always, always take turns, okay? Moving on. We are going to, actually this has us making the number scroll, and I'm not ready to do that yet. Let me back ourselves up a little bit. Okay, we're going to look at some patterns on a number grid. And you've probably looked at a number grid before. So we're going to look at some patterns some more. I actually don't think we need our dry erase boards anymore, so put your dry erase marker and your dry erase board back in your supply bag. If we do need it, we'll get it back out. But for right now, just put the marker and eraser away. Gwen didn't say go to your cubby yet. Just put the marker and eraser away. If we find we don't need it, then if we find we do need it, then we already have our board ready. Otherwise, we'll just leave that in our bag. We'll put our cubbies away, or put our boards away at the end of math. So right now, Gwen and Kaden, put your marker and your eraser back in your supply bag. Just leave your board off to the side for right now in case we do need it later. It saves us having to go back to our cubbies. We're going to talk about patterns on the number grid. Now, I did bring up a number grid, so let me minimize this real quick and bring up our number grid a little bit bigger on our screen here. You have a number grid on your board. You also have a number grid in the back of your math journal. Oops. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Oh, it won't let me make it too much bigger. That's okay. Okay. I have a number grid up here on the board too that we can look at. So let's look. What kind of patterns do we notice about this number grid? What do you notice is a pattern on the number grid? What's one pattern you notice, Logan?
When you go down, on the right side, they're the same numbers as what's over.
So you're talking about when we travel down the number grid here on the right side, they're the same number as what's over where?
On the right.
On the left side?
No, on the right part of the number.
Oh, so you're talking about the number in the ones place on each number. Okay, yes. So what Logan's saying right here is if, oops, that highlighter was too bright. Let me erase that real quick. Logan was saying that if you look at the numbers, let me see if I can pick a light color. If you look at the numbers in the ones place, like right here, all the way down this column, we call it a column because columns go up and down. They are all the same number. They are all zeros, if you can notice that. And if you look at the other columns, you will notice that when you go up or down on the number grid, you can see also there's the same number in the ones place no matter what. Here it is in the nines, the same thing in the column for the eights, the same thing in the column for the sevens. They all have sevens in the one place. I could go all the way over here to the twos. Caden, they could all have twos in the ones place. So the number in the ones place when you're going up or down does not change at all. Do you know why that is? Logan, do you know why that is?
Because like when you go down where the there's things where the zeros are.
When you go down on the far right hand side?
They mean zero in the ones.
Right, they all have zeros in the ones place because I'm going to go back to these numbers that you're talking about here, Logan. And Kate, it really would help if you're looking up here, buddy. Let's count these numbers together. Let's see if we can figure out why the ones number stays the same. We have 0. Oh, all of a sudden we're silent. We have 0, 10. Caden, up here, buddy. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. And if we could keep going, it would go 120, 130, 140. What did we just count by? What kind of pattern did we just count by, Derek?
The zero.
Not the zeros. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. What are we counting by? Tens. We're counting by tens. So I want you to notice something really quickly. It would really help to have your eyes up here because you're going to be practicing this on your own in a few days. So it would be a good idea to pay attention to it. The number in the ones place stays the same. Like I circled all the zeros and made them blue. But if you look at the number in the tens place, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, if we kept going, go 12, 13. The number that is in the tens place, Logan, and the hundreds place, that changes every time, doesn't it? It goes 10 more every time. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way to whenever the number grid ends. So that means every time you go up and down on this number grid, you count by tens. Now, it's really easy to do it on the tens side because they're all tens. Do you think it's just as easy to do it, let's say, over here in the threes column? Yeah, it's just as easy because the only number that is changing is the number in the tens place. See how the 3 stays the same no matter what? It always stays the same as you're going up and down. The only number that changes is the number that's in the tens place. Ready? 3, 13, 23, 33, 43, 53, 63, 73, 83, 93, 103. And it would just keep going until we ran out of number grid numbers. Because the only thing that changes is the number in the tens and then the number in the 100s place, okay? Right now we're just looking at numbers in the tens place. So keep that in mind. Every time you go up or down on the number grid, you either count backwards or forwards by tens. What other patterns do we know? Or what other patterns do we notice? Gwen, what other patterns do you notice? What other patterns do you notice, Gwen?
Are you talking about like the tens and the ones?
Well, we just looked at the tens and the ones. Do you notice any other patterns on the number grid?
The five.
The fives. The fives also all have fives and the ones, but watch this. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110. We could keep going forever and ever and ever and ever and ever until we ran out of space, right? Now look at the number grid that is on your desk. What do you notice about the fives column, the up and down column on your desk, on that number grid, Alina?
The all five, 15, 25.
They are all fives, but what do you notice about just that column?
It's like underlined orange.
It is highlighted, right? It is highlighted orangish, yellowish color, so it stands out for you. So when you're going to count by fives, it's real easy for you to use that number grid because it shows you right there. Here's my fives. They're all kind of yellowy, orangey, and then we can count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So as you're counting fives, the number in the ones place might change, but it has the same pattern. It goes from 5 to 0, to 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 5 to 0. And it just keeps going like that. Because when we count by tens, we're first counting a 5. Or I'm sorry, when we count by fives, we first count a 5, and then we count a 10. And then we count another 5, and then we count another 10. Okay? What else do we notice about our number grid? What else do you notice about the number grid, Angelina?
The orange highlighted, what I noticed is on 15, 25, and all the orange highlighted ones, it's like this. The first number is 1, 2, and then it goes on like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right. And if you notice, Angelina, that actually happens in every column. Because, remember I talked about if you're going up and down the number grid, the number in the tens column changes. The number in the tens place in each number changes. It gets bigger by 10 more because when you go up and down in the number grid, it changes by 10. And it does count in number order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we had another row, it would be 11. Another row after that, it would be 12. Okay? So you'll notice here, all of the columns all have the same number in the tens place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we go over here and it does it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because we're going 10 each time. Now, what if I was counting across on the number grid? What do I count by when I'm counting across or side by side on the number grid? If I'm going this way or this way, how am I counting? Hayden, how am I counting if I'm going across on the number grid? Am I counting by ones? Am I counting by twos? Am I counting by fives? Am I counting by tens? When I go across the rows, what am I using to count? Ones, twos, fives, tens? So, okay, let's look up here and let's see if we can figure it out. Ready? What's this number? What's this number? How many bigger did I get? I went from 1 to 2. How many bigger did I get? I only got one bigger, right? I went from 1 to 2, so I counted by one bigger. And then now I'm going to, what's the next number? 3, so I'm getting one bigger again. I'm getting one bigger again. 5, I'm getting one bigger again. 6, I'm getting one bigger again. So, Kaden, how do you think we're counting on the number grid when we go across? We count by ones, Kaden. When we go across the number grid, we just count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want you to notice, I get to 10, I go all the way over here. Look at the number in the ones place again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then look over here, the number in the ones place again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just counting one more each time, believe it or not, even though the number in the tens place changes. So, going up and down on the number grid, you count by tens. Going across, back and forth on the number grid, you go by ones, okay? Okay, now, let me close this out real quick. Let me see if I can click on my little arrow here. All right. Let me see if I can bring back up our, oh, it won't let me bring it up. Oh, it's doing that clicky thing again. All right. What we're going to do right now is there's actually an activity in Seesaw that we're going to do. So friends at home, while you're listening to this video, you're going to go into Seesaw, and there's an activity that works with patterns and number grids and filling in missing numbers to help you finish. You can use the number grid in the back of the book to help you do the activity if you're at home, or here at school, we also have a number grid on our desk that we can use. So friends here in school, go ahead and get your iPad out for your Seesaw lesson. Friends at home, you're going to log out of this video, go back into the Seesaw lesson, find today's math lesson activity that Mr. Docky made, and you're going to do that also. Also, friends at home, make sure you log into Extra Math today and do at least one lesson of Extra Math. And we will see you later, if I can get this to stop.